Welcome everyone to the khass moment with Relentless. Here khass means KHASS, that is knowledge, habit, skills, strategy, and attitude. We invite people to share their knowledge, habits, attitude, skills, and a strategy which help them live a secured life, stable life, a successful life. Today, our guest is Jayanthi ma'am. Jayanthi ma'am, we welcome you to khass moment with Relentless and would like you to share your life journey experiences, your mistakes, your achievements that helped you live a wonderful life. So, can we start from the beginning, the date of birth till now?
Thank you so much, Parasji, for this opportunity to share. I'll use this opportunity as to show my gratitude to those people because of whom what I am today. I belong to a Shetty community. Don't think that those Rohit Shetty, Sunil Shetty are that much rich. So I am a very lower middle class family I belong to. I born on 15 July 1976 as a youngest daughter in the out of 5 siblings. My father was having a small shop and we had a little farm. So खाने पीने के बस उतना था बस. So I was the youngest, a lovely daughter for my strict father, and of course for the mother too, and my 3 sisters and 1 brother. From childhood, I remember we used to stay in big joint family, 20 to 25 people. Before going ahead, I just want to give you a hint. Shetty communities, community where it is a female-dominated family, where for every function, puja, everything, the daughter has to be must. In some other cases, it is not like so, right? The son has to be there. It is not in the Shetty community. So we used to stay with our grandparents and with our aunts. So in a big house, 20 to 25 people with all those cousins. And I remember, I think up to 5th standard, we stayed there. Then we separated because there was all are growing up, all cousins, so we separated. School days, I think primary education, if I remember, 1st to 4th, I was in a school. Different school, then 5th to 7th in other, then 8th to 10th, and these 3 schools made me today actually. If you are actually asking me, these that foundation decides what type of building you build. You say, no, it's that way. I was always, all-rounder student. You can say, good in studies, good in speech, good in acting, good in sports. I was a district level Kho player too. I was always stood second position. This was one who was first. Always he maintained his seat. So I was always second up to 10th standard. I remember all those school days. We used to participate and we used to grab all those opportunities for whatever it is the competition. I remember my Chandrahasa role in Chandrahasa drama, and all my friends and used to call me as a Chandrahasa after that drama. So even in the speeches which I gave, and it made me today as a person. I used to talk against dowry. You must be knowing how much dowry
Yes.
in all those Shetty communities means. That time, now it is not there. They take in terms of gold, not in money.
In the 80s and 90s, yeah.
Yes, it was too much. And engineer means 20 lakh, doctor means 30 lakhs, lawyer means 10 lakh. It was, the grade was there. So I was always from childhood against all those things like dowry and poor and rich, though differentiation, casteism and all. I was always used to pick up such type of subject. So automatically it made me a person like, used to be disciplined and to go against all those things and to support people for well-beings and all. So even up to 10th standard also is to actively participate in everything, every activities. I remember whether it is Rangoli Spardha, whether it is Chernovesha. And I remember when you were in 10th, I think that Kargil war was there. No? I picked up yeah, 1990, yeah. That I
99.
picked up a chit and I got Saddam Hussein. What I would do if I become Saddam Hussein. So those memories, even if we go on tell it will never stop. So as I said, I was good in academics, so I got into science stream. Uh, and because as I said, we were in a very low middle class family I belong to. So the education, everything is taken care by my mama, actually, my mother's brother. So I from the all from first standard to 12th standard, I studied in Kannada medium in government school. So even 12th also I got good score. I wrote engineering CET. Then I've given the entrance for the BAMS also. So finally, my mama decided. I was not even knowing what was the full form of B Farm also, frankly speaking. So I got in a very good college. There now it is top 10 pharma college in the world. That is College of Pharmaceutical Science, Manipal. So there, when I went, I realized that something is saying that inferiority. We do not know English much, and staying away from home. How it feels. That feeling came to me. And many
The
times I
journey
said,
of being
"Ah,
independent started.
yes, and we maybe from lower middle class family, and we are into five siblings, and we are so much attached. And all of a sudden coming out it and plus language problem, because if you see the today also Manipal, the maximum 90% people are from the out of the state. You'll not see the rural language. You cannot see a person also talking in Kannada or local language. So one fine day, I packed up everything and I told my roommate, "See, मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा ये." So she said, now also she's my best friend. She said, "Look at me. I am from Bijapur. It is actually North Karnataka. And you at least you can go once in a week. I am going in once in a year or once in a 6 months." So that made me to think, and I focused on my studies. And as I said, told you
What was
that
the
my
name? What was the name of that friend
sorry, not
who?
able to.
What was the name? What was the name of that friend who
Jayanti. She's called
guided you?
My name is Jayanti. Her name is
Oh,
Jayanti.
okay.
Wherever
Oh,
we go, now library and college, they used to tell Jayanti, Jayanti. So, I stayed with her 1 year. 1 year it was a private hostel. I slowly understood why it's mama also 33, 34 that time he didn't get married. I said through one of her friend, now she's a headmaster of a school in my same village and same school where we studied. So she completed her TCS, that teacher's training, and she approached me. "You would like to come to government hostel?" I said yes, because I did not wanted to give more burden to my mama. So I got luckily, and there was like you can imagine a 1.5 BHK, that much area hall and 50 girls we used to say. We used to stay there. So actually, what is gratitude and why you have to be grateful whatever we have? That I understood there. With the different background, girls are there, and one girl I still remember she was not having right hand, and there were many people, they don't have both parents, and there are single parent children who are also there, and I understood that whatever we have, we should be grateful. We have a good family, everything. So even those things, different religions.
right.
So used to stay together. All those things, morning prayer, Monday बोले तो that Swami Devane, Lokapalane, Tuesday बोले तो Manganam, that every day that prayer was scheduled. And the 8 o'clock in the night we used to have that bhajan. Of course, cooking maid was there, but otherwise rest of the everything we used to do, cleaning toilet and sweeping everything. There was a timetable and used to do. That one thing I never forget is there was a well. It was 50 students. Everybody has to move to respective college or this thing school. So there will be rush to the bathroom, right? So I used to put number at 4 o'clock only. We used to take up the water from the well and you to pour it. It was November, December cold. I remember now also, because that those memories gives a lot of happiness. And today if you look back and I remember now my sister's son also studying in the same government hostel. Of course, boys' hostel is, but he's also enjoying a lot because we understand each other, we support each other.
Yes.
I told you that the girl was not having that right hand. So how people were, they still want to study and they still away from the home and they're grabbing for the opportunities. That hostel life made me a person, a more better person. So I completed my 4 years BPharm with the distinction. I used to get SJ Jindal scholarship, that is 500 rupees monthly that time. Hostel was totally free. And I used to get Bunds community scholarship yearly. Even from hostel side also, if you are first class or distinction, they used to give money to us. So everything I managed my own, and sometimes my brother also used to help. And there was so much proudness during that time only about me. So after the I completed in 1999. So we went to Bangalore for training. So I was there for 6 months in Bangalore for training. Before this period, because two of my sisters got married before my BPharm. So I did not wanted to do my post graduation looking at family situation, because my brother was unmarried and one more sister was there. Because people used to say, Arey, two, three sisters were there. Why? What is the need to go for college and all they used to say. Uh, and after that 6 months, I was there at home. That was the 6 month. I really enjoyed with my parents. Because up to 99 to February to September, I was there with my parents. I used to do all those work because I was trying for the job and I was there in the native place. What a message I to give you, if you get a chance to live with the family, please enjoy that moment. You don't know when we may or may not get the chance again. So as one during September, I think 1999. So I came to Pune. As my brother was staying in Pune, so I came for the job search. So again with the same mama with me here also, with this support only I came. I don't know, Pune, if you know, you must be knowing the Vaishali Hotel is in the FC Road. The owner of that is also Shetty. So through his reference, I have referred to a pharma distributing agency. So that sir, he saw my marks card and college name. He said, no, you are not for here. And he referred to me research and development department. So I went to an interview and I said again here language problem, everywhere that language problem, because in the during my BPharm also, I never used to speak much. Only whatever it is required, that much only I used to speak. But in Pune, that Marathi, even Hindi also, we were not, we did not have the TV that time, and even not knowing the Hindi much. Today I can speak Hindi, Marathi as well, but that time, other than English, there was no option. So I came for Hindi interview. So luckily, the big madams were sitting there and they asked me. I was so nervous. She said, ask them everything. She said, I'll 1 week time I'll give. Prepare and once again and I come. So next time with more confidence I came. And I got an opportunity to work in the research and development department of the pharma company in Pune. In 1999, October 18th was my joining in the company where I'm working currently also. So the journey started here. So then again, that struggle, I'll not say. During that time, the company was also small. There was no flexible timings. Like 6:15, the boss used to come as the stop. And there was no lunch or facility in the company. So I used to get up at 5, to prepare up, and I used to catch bus at 6:15. Now we have lunch facility, we have flexible timing, everything. But I mean to say that the situation is definitely going to change. It's not now. It is not like that. Even if I go 10 hours, it's okay. That the timing is flexible. Even if one day if you don't cook also, it's okay. We are going to get there. That is the difference is there. So everything was going smoothly. But my brother and my sister got married. It was with them. taking one, giving in this mama's daughter and son, and my brother and sister, they got married in the 2001 actually. So I attended the marriage. Everything was fine. Because I was earning that time, and even my brother's his own marriage already he had help for the two more sisters' marriage. So financial help also it was accepted from the my family members. So I did whatever possible from my side. But all of a sudden in the 2002 January, my mother was fell ill, and by the September she expired. So I was there with her for 1 month. So in every, I think, culture or tradition, it is there. If mother expires, you have to get married within a year or 3 years you can have. So through my brother-in-law, now he is my brother-in-law. At that time in the 2001, he was a colleague in my company. So I got married to his brother. Though that was a big experience. कन्नड़ में एक कहावत है, मने कट्टी नोडू मधुरे माड़ी नोडू, means घर बांध के देखो, शादी करके देखो. So understood the whole and soul, everything done by me. Because you cannot expect from the background of a family which I told. So they came all from such a far, and they came and blessed me. That is more than enough. So everything after that, I never felt alone. Once I got married. And then my father also could not come for marriage. Mother, I said, already expired. So my father could not come. He was ill that time. So my sister and Jijaji, they did Kanyadan. So fortunately, we could take my father's blessing. So after marriage, we went and met him. But within a few months, in the month of November, I think, I remember it was in the Children's Day, it's expired. I could not go because I was carrying that time. But life has to move on, right? So the next year, it happened in the 2003, 2004. I blessed with my first child on the 22nd June 2004. And after 4 years, I got in 2008 one more son. So I used to initially here in 1999, if I remember, I used to get 2,500 rupees salary. I used to pay 1,500 rent. Within a few years, that too after giving all those balance which I took from different people for my marriage, within 4 or 5 years, I took a 2 BHK flat, and now I'm earning 15,000 rent from that. So even after my first son's birth, there was no vehicle to travel, because earlier, like, it was the place where my husband was working, there was no company, was facility and all, there was no vehicle. So one of my friend, I remember, no, you take my vehicle and you just drop me here and then you can use it as well. Now I have 2-wheeler, 4-wheeler, everything. But those days, I remember, because I never felt that was a struggle. And it was not actually, because I told you, in hostel life, I see people are not having anything. They still live with so much hopes and with happiness.
That made the attitude of gratitude.
Yeah, it's really. And to name inspiring people, if you talk, I wanted to mention separately all those teachers who made me confident. I considered me as extraordinary talent. And I think whoever teachers are watching this, I just want to give a message. Even one word of encouragement makes a lot of difference for the children. Right. It may not cost anything for you. For children, it makes a lot of difference. Every child is gifted with a different talent. So all those teachers, my relatives, and society, friends, colleagues, their number is endless. If you go on telling their names, I think it will not complete for hours and hours. So I take this opportunity to all those who have indirectly, directly helped me. So life was, I told you that I have 2 sons in the 2004, and after 4 years, 1 more. And I enjoyed all these 15 years. Now my elder one is in the college, first year PUC and first year college. So younger one is in the 7th standard. All those 15 years, I enjoyed their school days like as if I am in the school. Even if last year only I missed that independence because of COVID independence. I never missed that. I always, for 7 o'clock, used to go with them, and I used to say, sometimes if my younger one is primary and the elder in the high school, I used to attend both the functions. I really, really enjoyed that. As I said, I was in the government school. Even my children's are also done in the aided school, one of the famous school in the teaching Pune, aided school. So I enjoyed everything. I'm really feeling sometimes sad because it was elder one has to move to college and younger one has to within 3 years is going to complete. It's because that education and teachers, I have that special respect and special feelings which I cannot mention in words. Actually, looking at my teachers in the childhood, I used to say, imagine I also wanted to be teacher. Many times I told to whenever my source or teachers used to ask what your guys would discuss teacher, maybe because of my academics good in the everything, so I moved to science stream. And not to regret, I am in the health field, in the pharma profession, where directly indirectly we are serving the society, which I am very, very proud of. But I always a person who want to keep in contact with those old friends who always inspired, who also came up. This whatever I'm telling, this is only one giant story. It's not like that. There are many, many people, who come from the college, village with a lot of talent. There is, the tremendous effort and the society's help also. They become to that position. I think it feels proud to say that I'm from that village. And one thing I forgot to tell you, that up to 12th, there was no light. We studied in that, up to the chimney in Kannada, we say. So in that we studied. Sometimes, and always early riser. Even in 10th standard also, I don't remember. I didn't study after 8 o'clock. Always in the early morning, I used to get up at 4 o'clock and I used to study. So those, because society is always, it's good people also. There are many
Right.
even good, but there are people who always pull you like this. Sometimes some people will say कि in Kannada में कहावत है कि I'll explain in English also. हासिगे इद्दಷ್ಟೇ काल चाचಬೇಕು means कितना बेड का लेंथ है उतना ही पैर करो.
Right.
I think you understood.
Yeah, in
So
Hindi also it is.
yeah. So all this, made me disciplined, more and more disciplined, and what you say, that those teachers, the topics, and those friends with more gratitude, and our government school, government hostel, everything made me more and more disciplined, and more remind, what gives more principles. It is all about my journey. And if you want to have in specific, you want to talk about career, because I without thanking my organization, it's very, very incomplete session, I feel. Wherever we require, they have already always considered. Maybe I said during my starting career, there are female bosses, whether it is a male boss or female, because it all depends on your trust. If you keep them, if you trust, they'll also keep trust on you. That's what I feel.
Right.
But because my husband working in Mumbai since from beginning, now also is. So it was it was to support children. My elder one is quite mature, Elder people are always, they born mature. They made us, we all made them to be mature. But younger one is not like that, They sometimes it was 11:30 man, 11:35 man. It's not, mommy used to follow me, man, it's not me. Come. He never used to listen at a meeting, and so I have to listen. And he's quite naughty also. He's a overactive child, and because very intelligent too. So one day what he did, he was wearing a monitor badge, and he fell down before going to in the van. So it headed somewhere here. He didn't tell at home. And even because exam was there. Up till exam, he was holding like this, and he was written the exam also. Then I got a call from his niece and saying, too much bleeding is there, and he come and pick up him. Because after the exam, he must have removed his hand. So it was bleeding like anything. So there are so many memories like that, sometimes used to ask, Mama, you take leave today. If I say no, no, I have to go. No, you never bothered us, because all working women are, I think, faced this situation while raising their children, because sometimes you feel so sad for them. But I had wonderful in-laws, very supportive. I never felt, they're always there for my children and for me. And there are so many things I learned from them, with the compassion between both of them. And we really came up and did all these things with so much of education and openness for the so much opportunities and everything. They came up with the same. I think they're also South Indians. So came up, they built up a good house for their children, giving good education to the three children. So it was not easy. So I always learned more and more things from them, because how to keep family together, everything. Now also I live in the joint family, because without their support, it was not possible to do a career for the last 20, 21 years. Because as 15 years, if I remember this married life, the children, we tried to do best to our children. Like as far as I told, we had a wonderful, whatever it is, it's village, governments, what it doesn't make. We have those wonderful memories. I don't think so that our children do they have will get that wonderful memories. No, because they're in city. So for that, those memories of the childhood, for my village, everything. I'm very, very proud to say that I belong to that village. I belong to that school. Nowadays, whenever once in a year we go to village, before I tell, my husband tells to my kids, see, mommy school came. So I am so happy to say and happy to show that memories. In the organization also where I am working, I'm really, really grateful to say that such an organization where you have every opportunities for the for different activities, like playing cricket. I always participate in everything, because I never that having that from the childhood, not to miss any opportunity. But when I still there with me, because the opportunities will not come again. So I enjoy participating in everything, whether it's in the recent Women's Day, we have 1 week complete session for the different quiz, story competition. And one thing I would like to remember, inform the, there was a video competition for the, about inspiring women. So I'm very, very happy to say you that one of my colleagues made a video, and she shared me as an inspiring person, because sometimes the world of inspiration, encouragement, you may not feel that time. It will, the person will feel so inspired by you, but it means a lot if someone is telling, and you inspired and you made me to go ahead. After that, I didn't stop further. It gives lot of happiness, I think. Rest, life, is to move on. Again, 2 years back, my mama expired, because of whom I am today. So he expired, and now I took where that purchase that where my grandmother used to stay now. So the same house I purchased, because my mommy did not wanted to stay there because of those mama's memories and all. She wanted to continue that LIC job, so she moved to city. So I purchased that. Sometimes, I feel that everything you cannot plan. Sometimes everything happens its own. I never think of we played in the same house with our cousins. Now our children and our cousins, my cousins' children are playing in the same house, that grandmother's house. It's everything. I think it happens automatically, and you don't have to worry. He's there to
Right.
see, and that's what I feel. Now, after 15 years, again, I said I concentrated on my children's education, because I'm very, very more over-disciplined mother, you can say. So for the studies, too much, and I enjoyed each and every moment. My younger one is like exact replica of me. He was good in this quote, in this good in this speech, music, everything, everything. I had been there with when he was in the fourth standard, Raigad for his sports competition. So I enjoyed each and every moment. Also he's a good musician. I think he's going to be piano also he does very very well, and you know so enjoying those moments with the children also gives me a lot of happiness. Now they become big slowly, slowly. Those my passion. I told you I wanted to become a teacher. So last year only I did my training diploma, master diploma from IITD, where I got an opportunity to come with all those like-minded, positive-minded people. And I really my admission to the IITD made me a lot of difference. People whenever they meet, I have changed my department too last year to from the research to the business development. They say what you did, there's a lot of difference. So I'm trying to follow my passion, my hobby. I want to reach out to the people, want to help people, and of course I'm helping my sisters, my family members, my sisters' children for their education, because that's what my mama told me. Don't give it to me in return, you continue this chain of helping each other. So I built a good house to my sisters. I'm helping to my sisters' children, both are in the college,
Excellent.
So it makes me more happy, and I really wanted to do more. And recently, 15 days back, the HM of my primary school, he called me and asked, we are going to make a furniture for the sixth and seventh standard, each cost 6,000 rupees. Can you please donate? So I have donated without a second word, because we all because became today whatever. That's all because of that school and those teachers. So I'm always ready to help whatever possible to my capacity. I wanted to do more if I get an opportunity. If not in terms of money, in terms of inspiration, I always, because people come and ask, how can we so positive? How can we, how we manage all these things? And I always tell, especially, don't feel that I'm gender biased. So I have the special feeling for the women power. I feel both this education and the this women power, if it comes out the proper way, both can change the world. And at the same time, I feel the, sharing the knowledge really it multiplies your
Right.
happiness also. So that's
Right.
what I feel. So what I wanted to do and what is the purpose of life. Everything is very, very clearly. I told you I wanted to reach out to the people, whatever the way I can, and at the same time, relationship, everything, feelings, love, emotions, everything else is so important that I understand that. It's all about my life story. If you have any specific questions, you can please.
Excellent, excellent, Jayanti ma'am. What a beautiful life story you have shared. Like starting from the beginning, being the youngest of all, and then entering into a hostel which gave you the
Yeah, one
different.
thing I forgot to tell. I was a guest in the mother's house, but here I'm the eldest daughter-in-law actually.
Why?
So
Just
yeah,
the opposite happened.
opposite. Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
entered into the hostel and got the
yeah.
exposure from different, which actually
Yes,
you mentioned your friends Vajanti, which made you stay there, stuck there, and
yes.
helped you to move forward. And by listening to you, I was getting this impression that a lot of positivity is there. Being uh, you're filled with gratitude of each thing, each person, each situation that made you the person who you
Yeah.
are. It's a truly inspiring story. I hope our viewers who are watching this will certainly get some great takeaways from this. So my next question was actually you mentioned it also about women empowerment. Like you being a woman, like what's that one quality, skill, or individual or group that you will say that helps you maintain the balance, work-life balance, because you have to fight on both the fronts. Like being a male, once they go to their workplace, and then once they come back, they feel like, okay, the battle is over. But when a woman comes back to home, one battle is over and the another battle starts.
Yes.
So how do you manage the both the things?
Yeah, all human,
Yeah.
if you consider, if we are born with this, there is nothing special that you should manage. You should acquire those talent. We are born to manage this family, work, and everything. And only one thing I'll say to all the women watching this program: if there is a way, if there is a will, there is a way. Come out from your comfort zone and ask yourself what you wanted to do, what you wanted to become, maybe before marriage, what you dreamt for. So once you come out, nobody cannot stop you, because society is also so helpful. It's not worst as we think, but there are many people who support, many organization we think, because uh, Parasji, in our organization, we have a special wing for the prayer called Prerna. It is especially for the women employees. We have every quarterly, we have the motivational speaker session. So it even after every session, because of this COVID, it is not going on from last year. Every session, some of the other motivational speakers used to come. They used to motivate. It was so energizing. One motivational speaker I never ever forget in my life is Arunima Sinha. She was
Oh,
the
yes.
first woman amputee to climb Mount
Yes.
Everest. Because before us, I heard about it, I never believed that. But when she narrated her entire story, because all disabled people, we have some target, less target or something. Mount Everest is not so. No, Mount Everest height you cannot reduce for the
Right.
amputee, right? So she is the first woman amputee to climb the Mount Everest, and also she didn't stop there. She climbed 7 more peaks of the world. She's the most inspiring person
Yes.
me in my life. So I think every woman should think. One more thing I would say, like to say, if women energy or talent comes out in India, so it will be in the top in the world.
Exactly right.
That's,
Very rightly said.
yeah,
Very rightly
yeah,
said.
yes,
And that story of Arun that you mentioned about winning the Mount Everest, I also watched it on YouTube, and tears were rolling because the story is such that it really creates an impact in our mind. And you very well said that this women empowerment, women's are born like that naturally, as you mentioned. In Indian culture also, there is a tradition like in Hinduism specifically, they say like Gauri, Shankar, Radha, Krishna, Sita Ram. They always put the female energy first, the
yes,
priority one, because they manage both the worlds simultaneously. So hats off to the women power. Now
yeah.
let me go to the second question, which is the foundation of a happy and a successful life, which is our health. So what do you do to maintain your health, and what are the tips that you would like to share with people, the knowledge that you were able to maintain your health and fitness?
Yeah, since from beginning, not now I'm earning or it's not like that. Since from beginning, I'm very proud of myself. I love myself. I take extreme care of myself. I'll not eat whatever it comes, and because even now also, because my if you ask me my lunch is very specific, only that much. People say you're eating like, people don't have for the eating, no, that much only you're eating. So I'm very specific. I'm very health concerned. I do walk and I do meditation. Because I'm not more I speak very less. That's what people always complain about me. But once I used to, I know that the other person I speak, like how is I'm talking with you. So health is most important, that for everyone, but for women, the entire family depends on you. I
Right,
think
very
each
right.
and everyone should take care of I think health. What suits for you? It's not like the things which is suiting for me, and it may not be others. So I take extreme care of myself.
So
I think
self-care
yeah,
is the mantra
yes,
that
yes,
you will say is
yeah,
for a good and vibrating health. Great, great. Now, which brings me to the next question, which is based on the happiness of life, which solely depends on this particular area of life, which is the relationship. So how
yeah.
do you maintain and manage the relationship with yourself, your creator, Almighty? or with your spouse, your kids, your co-workers, your personal relationship with your friends and everyone? How do you maintain the balance, the strike that it should be a smooth, loving relationship with everyone?
Yeah. See, whether a relation with the spouse, children, or with friends, as long as you have the respect for the others, that relationship going to be there. And especially for the spouse and children, if you have to keep lifelong, right? See only positive side of them. Don't see negative side. So if you see only positive side of your spouse and children, who to whom you have to take lifelong, I think there is no problem for the relationship. It will, everything will go smoothly.
Great, great. Two mantras. One is being respectful
Yeah,
to the person
that is
whom you are
required.
in
You know,
relationship.
even child also needs respect.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah,
And second is looking at the sunny side, looking at the positive side of
yes, yeah,
every person, because everyone has their plus and minuses.
yes,
But
yes.
focusing on the plus will surely enhance love and care in the relationship. Great, awesome. So let's move to the next section of the society. I'm sorry, next section of the question, which is the most important part that the people are viewing this show is like what advice or suggestion you would like to share with the viewers regarding the career choices that they want to. As you just mentioned that your son is also doing the post graduation. Like, what are the parameters you would say that should be the deciding factor to make the career choice? Like a person should choose an arts stream, science stream, commerce, LLB, or any like what should be the parameters to decide their career?
While choosing career, instead of thinking as a good earning job or something, I think one should think about his or her interest, which gives and their expertise. Because every if you observe child, their expert in one child, my elder one is different, and my younger one is totally different because each one is different and unique. So we should observe and we should ask them what is that. Their field of interest rather than going for good earning job. I think that is most and most important thing. I think as a parent we should understand.
Great, great,
Yeah.
great. What an excellent answer, which reminds me of a verse of Bhagavad Gita, which says that I'll say it in Hindi, that in English, that Swadharma, we should follow our Swadharma, that is our natural talent we should follow, because we have been designed by nature in such a way that the fish cannot climb the tree and the monkey cannot swim in the water. So every, as you mentioned, that every individual has their own potential, and we should exploit that one. We should explore that potential. Great said. Now, which brings me to the another question, which is a very common question, but it always stuck in our mind. Like whenever, like you said, in hostel also you met different people. Like, what do you feel that whatever position, whatever situation, life situations people encounter, like what is the sole responsible thing? Is it luck or hard work or the karma that we say? Like, what according to you is the reason for successful and failure, happiness and unhappiness in one's life?
Yeah, I believe in God. Whatever you say, superpower. Luck. I give the other name also luck also to that only. But according to me, hard work. Whatever the situation, do your best, leave the rest. So the rest, I think
Mm,
luck or whatever it comes
no
afterwards,
substitute.
but do your best with extreme hard work. That's what
Right,
I
right,
believe, and I same I
great,
teach to my children also. If you learn to work hard, you can survive in any situation. That's what we did, right? For any
right,
situation, managing my kids, yeah, anything. I didn't feel much as a struggle, because we are used to that from the childhood.
yes.
Otherwise, it's very difficult for the some people. Some men they just fit the job of your child, and because just they don't know it's not possible to manage.
Right. Very
Something.
rightly said. We cannot control these external things, luck or God's grace or
No.
anything. We can only control and check our actions. Very rightly said, ma'am. Which brings us to our next question, which is we call it rapid fire round, in which I'll ask you certain questions and we would expect a quick answer. Like, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is rasam rice.
Rasam.
Rasam and rice. You will get
Rasam and
in
rice.
all South Indian, South Karnataka,
Yeah,
whenever you go, you will get that
yeah,
food in all the temples.
right.
Even at home also we prepare, but there whenever you visit, you have that, you'll enjoy that. So that is my favorite. Because
Rasam and rice.
those childhood things, and it remains today as my interest, my choice, whatever we are in the childhood, everything today I am a replica of that. Even when I meet my 20 years back friend or someone, because they say you did not, even your voice also not changed. Even whenever I show my photo, family photo, last week I sent it to one of my friends. He said, "You didn't change at all." I said, "I wanted to. I did not want it to change also." It gives me so much, proud of my childhood. Even all this, if you ask food, my habits, everything, those childhood things. I'm very, very
Great.
simple. I believe in simplicity. Uh, I cannot digest too much varieties, frankly speaking. I
Great,
don't
great.
like outside food.
So your favorite food is rasam and rice. And who's
Yes,
your
yeah.
favorite actor, male and female both?
In the earlier Kannada movies, it was Rajkumar. You must have heard. He's not there. And Lakshmi Madam is there. It's a hero. And during my childhood, we used to every Sunday that in Doordarshan, that language film we used to come. Kannada film I used to watch in others' house. It's too far from house. We used to go and watch. And he had that opportunity to, even here in the village, I had that opportunity to watch all those Mahabharata, Ramayana when I was in the high school. Even again today, in the last year, I watched it again.
During the Corona times.
Corona, yeah. So now, if you ask me, I do not watch more movies, but like Geeta Rani, Madam Geeta Rani. Then what is that? Amir Khan's picture and more is there.
Yeah, Three Idiots.
Boxing, yeah. It's also very, very nice pictures. Those inspiring pictures I see
Right.
again and again, and it really gives some of the other lessons. If not for us, for children, also I think it will give
Yes.
him
And
message.
entertainment plus education, edutainment kind
Education.
of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great, great. Which is your favorite book?
I said we have inspirational sessions for the quarterly. So I think last year, Sudha Menon madam came. I think you must be knowing her. She's a famous journalist plus writer. I have this book. The book name is Devi Diva or She Devil. It's written by Sudha Menon.
Devi
Uh,
Diva and
or She Devil. It's all about women career tips for the women's. And there are many successful stories like about Mary Kom and many others. So I like this book so much. There's a lot of tips how to manage and how to be happy. And there are so many things. I read it again and living your passion and standing up your choices and going back to school. There are so many other different topics she covered. So one of the story which I liked about is Mary Kom actually.
great, great, great. Devi Diva and She Devil must be
Yeah,
a
yeah,
read out. All the viewers who are
yeah,
watching, if you want to
yeah,
get more insight and like women empowerment and like very well said, the choices that we make
yeah,
makes us who we are.
yeah. It's
Your
written by
favorite,
Sudha Menon. Yeah,
Sudha Menon. Wow.
yeah.
Okay, famous generalist. And what's your favorite travel destination?
There is no specific travel destination actually, but if any function anywhere, if I meet old friends or
Mhm.
relatives and to whom I could not meet for a long time, and at one place where I can meet everyone and we can have that lot of fun and this thing,
Belongingness is
that
here.
yes, that type of functions or destination, whatever, maybe it may be picnic or if it's a marriage or anything. So I like to.
It's more about the state of mind than the
Yeah,
geographical
because
place.
this career to manage this, it's all those, it's not possible sometimes to attend
Right.
each and every function. But every
Right.
year we go to native place and we meet,
Mm.
marriage and all. We meet everyone at one place, right? So it gives a lot of happiness to me.
Great, great. Your favorite movie, ma'am?
Movie Three Idiots.
Your favorite political leader?
By looking, hearing my story, you can guess Parasji, Modi ji is my favorite political leader. I like his
Mr. Prime
discipline,
Minister
hard work.
Modi.
Yes,
Yes,
hard work and discipline. It cannot be, yeah, nothing in front of him. Yeah.
right. Any favorite sports person?
I like Sachin and Dhoni. I've seen both of their movies. I've seen
Tendulkar,
Sachin's dedication for the
yeah,
cricket and
god of
Dhoni's
cricket.
leadership.
Yeah,
Leadership. So I like most.
right, right. And any favorite business person?
Ambani, of course.
Ambani.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. So one thing that you would like that India, you would like that, okay, this thing, this quality or this thing should be changed in India, which will make India a better country, a better place, according to you.
I think everyone should be considered, what you say, that preservation quota system should, I think, it should not be there. Whoever has the
Reservation
talent,
on the
I think
base of
they should be
yeah,
talent based. It
casteism
has
should not be there. It
it
should be
should
on the
not be
merit
there.
merit base.
Merit based, yeah, that's what I
Great,
think.
great, great.
Whoever it
So
is.
yes, very enlightening conversation, Jayanti ma'am, I must say. And before we stop the recording, I would like to invite all the people who are viewing this show. If you care for the humanity and if you want to share the knowledge, skill, attitude, habits, strategies that you have followed and which have helped you survive this life successfully, comfortably, please come to this platform and share your life journey, your experiences, your mistakes, your achievements, everything which you feel would be beneficial for all of us, which will make your sharing, which will make your knowledge immortal. Thank you, Jayanti ma'am, once again, and thank
Thank
you
you
all the
so much.
viewers who
Thank
are.
you so much. There
Thank
is a lot of things to do still. And
thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you so much.